What's up guys, Blade Master here, bringing you Houseplant's round 2 match in the Wolf Flash Part 3 tournament or Patch 3 tournament. This is fought against Attila again from the VM clan, so he fought against Toten in the first matchup and he's fighting up against Attila in this matchup. Attila is a decent player. I don't know how much he plays in Attila, but he used to play a lot of Total War Rome 2 tournaments. Not really sure if he managed to win many of them though. Could be wrong. Anyways, in this, Houseplant has taken the Roman expedition. Very strong faction. I'd say I'd probably give it a tier 2 rating among factions. It's a pretty decent faction, not the strongest, but still can hold its own against most others. So with the Roman expedition, it looks like a front line of Tagmata or a cavalry. No. It's going to be 4 equities from Moti most likely, and 2 Tagmata cavalry with Bucellari Guard cavalry. He's definitely brought the Bucellari Guard axemen. He's brought 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Mainline 4, 4 Bucellari, 2 Scooter Toy, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 slingers and 2, 3 Sagittari. Wow, that's a lot. And he's again chosen Woodland, that is Houseplant. Meanwhile, Attila has picked a huge, really underdog faction here. I don't rate the elements at all compared to how good they were or how half decent they were in the last patch. Now I think Bejeweled Nobles have been nerfed. I'm not really sure why. I haven't really looked at their stats, but from my tests, they used to be some of the strongest, or possibly the second strongest unit in Shield Wall to beat after the King's Warband. Now, you know, almost anything can beat them. It just seems like they were already one-dimensional, and now they're one-dimensional and weak. It just seems so. Here, Attila Elite Alemannic Scavengers, really not sure why he brought them or why he's deployed them so close, but they are hidden, as are the Funditores. This is the stealth mechanics of Attila in play. I really like this. They're so close, but you can't see them. Now you can see them. Anyways, Germanic Archer on the flanks, and 1, 2, 3, 4 total slingers, it looks like, with 1 Germanic Lancer on either flank. 1 Germanic Lancer and 1 Noble Germanic Horse on either flank, with a couple of Noble Germanic Horse in the center. Clonomar's entourage, 4 total Bejeweled Nobles on the flanks, and 3 Noble Germanic Swordsmen as the center. Here, the Alemannic Scavenger is charging into the Funditores. They are going to get so destroyed by Scooter Toy. Elite Alemannic Scavengers don't have the greatest armor, but there's no chance in hell a spear unit would ever win against any melee infantry unit, let alone a half-decent melee infantry unit like the Scooter Toy. Scooter Toy are decent, but Bucellari Guard Axemen are just so much better for 150 talents more that it's kind of like a case of the Barbed Lancers versus the Royal Lancers. But Attila is doing a decent thing here. He's moving back with his Elite Alemannic Scavengers, pulling Houseplant in front with the Scooter Toy. I'm not really sure why he's charging here though. He's going to hold them out, I guess. But the problem with this is, not only will he lose the Elite Alemannic Scavengers, he can't get the rear charge before these Noble Germanic Horsemen come in to intercept. So that's a problem. He should have instead moved his Elite Alemannic Scavengers behind and then charged in with his Germanic Elite Lancers, or sorry, his Germanic Lancers, then brought the Alemannic Scavengers to support. That would have been a perfect move. He would have won this entire flank just by that, but the problem is he made a mistake at the last second, and that's going to cost him this entire flank. The point that I was making earlier about Barbed Lances and Royal Lances is that Barbed Lances are a decent unit themselves, very decent unit. Problem is that for 100 now, before it was 175, but now it's only 150 talents more. You can get the most powerful shock cavalry in the game, and there's no reason why anyone would pick Barbed Lances over Royal Lances in that case. Here, the Noble Equities from Moti are in a huge pickle, because Noble Germanic Swordsmen, blah blah blah, are all coming into support. But here the Bucellari Guard Axemen are going to butcher Lari every unit in their vicinity. 29 kills on some tanky ass units and some Noble Germanic Horsemen as well. And the engagement on Houseplant's right flank is not happening. Attila is trying to be more defensive there, but he's losing this flank pretty badly, so it's going to be a concern for him. Very smart move though. He's pulling out his Noble Germanic Horsemen from this battle, and now the Bucellari will destroy the Bejeweled Nobles. The Bejeweled Nobles are not even in Shield Wall, so it's bye bye Bejeweled. Here those Scooter Toy Axemen getting 85 kills, but they eventually rout. The Elite Alemannic Scavengers got 64 kills on Scooter Toy Axemen. Jesus Christ, that is insane. That's really insane. And the Bejeweled Nobles doing a decent bit of support. They're getting 36 kills. That's insane. Elite Alemannic Scavengers actually managed to destroy the Scooter Toy Axemen mostly by themselves. Not really sure what happened there. Very, very strange. Elite Alemannic Scavengers are some of the most aggressive spear units in the game, with the highest, some of the highest melee attack, I believe. Probably the highest. But still, no chance they should be able to win out against Scooter Toy. Anyways, Noble Germanic Horseman rear charging Equites Promoti here. It looks like Houseplant is in a bit of a pickle here because the Bucellari getting rear charged by the Noble Germanic Horseman. They're doing decently, 35 kills. They won't do too well in a cavalry engagement, like as a supporting unit for a cavalry blob. But you know, in engagements like these, destroying Bejeweled Nobles, destroying the enemy's infantry, they will excel like few others. Possibly the Gordon's Chosen will be better than them, and you know, double-handed axes. But yeah, for the most part, these units are incredibly deadly against infantry. They're going to destroy these Bejeweled Nobles as well. Headhunt is being popped on a full-strength Bejeweled Nobles because fuck it, why not? I guess, I don't know. Here, more Noble. Asera is doing a decent job pulling out his cavalry, but he's doing a very poor job with everything else. He's not choosing the right engagements. He's not popping shield wall on his Bejeweled Nobles, and what was already an uphill task for him is just made worse by by the fact that he's not using the right abilities on the right units. Should be putting shield wall here, not charging straight into the Bucellari. Maybe he's underestimating them, as I did when I first saw the Bucellari. But definitely can't do that. 75 kills on Funditor is here, 62, destroying a lot of the skirmish line on the on Asera's left flank. As for the main flank, as for the center of the engagement, really not much that Asera can do. He's losing the infantry support. The Noble Germanic Horsemen can only do so much against some severely tanky units in the forest. And right now, Houseplant even has the skirmish advantage because the Germanic Hurlers don't have any ammunition left, but the Sagittari still, of course, do. So they can always try and snipe some of these Germanic Lancers, or maybe even this Knodomar's Entourage. Knodomar's Entourage are a deadly unit, but haven't been used so far. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know, once they do enter the engagement, they will do very well. Bucellari, 178 kills, but starting to waver now. They have excellent morale at 54, now down to 16, but they will destroy most of these. They will probably rout one of these Germanic Lances. There you go, routed one of the Noble Germanics. Equites Promoti, not doing much at all before routing, but that should be a strategy with the Roman expedition. Just charge, bum rush your shitty cavalry into blobs, and then hold the enemy infantry down. Bring in your Bucellari Axemen and then destroy everything in their path. What happened to the Tagmata? Tagmata here, 18 kills, still, you know, got a decent bit of men left. Houseplant very smartly saved his Tagmata cavalry and then used them to attack the Knodomar's Entourage, although they will not do well against Knodomar's Entourage. Knodomars have the 30 bonus versus cavalry spear, which makes them incredibly deadly against enemy cavalry. You can see the cavalry getting chopped to bits there by the Knodomars. Bucellari though is trying to waver now. This is a problem. This is a full-strength Noble Germanic Horseman getting 200 kills on Sagittari. This is a big problem for Houseplant. He's not microing with his archers well. He's got a huge advantage with his archers, but he's not utilizing them well, or at least he put them in the face of danger, which is a terrible thing. But now he's got, you know, Bucellari Guard cavalry with Tagmata cavalry ready to destroy this Noble Germanic Horseman. So there's really no hope for them. Full strength Bejeweled Nobles, 90 Bejeweled Nobles, 56 Germanic Swordsmen, 25, okay. Against 28 Bucellari, 95 Scutatoi. It's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough for Houseplant because I think he just got rear charged by Noble Germanic Horsemen very well. And he got rear charged by them repeatedly, which is what Asera did very well by pulling out his Noble Germanic Horsemen from the engagements almost immediately. That's something that you didn't see Houseplant do. Although the Bucellari Guard cavalry can do very well by rear charging these Bejeweled Nobles, still not putting them into shield wall. I wonder how this match would have turned out if Asera used a shield wall on his Bejeweled Nobles. Now, Scutatoi Axemen, double experience chevron already, going to rear charge Bejeweled Nobles, so they are not going to do very well. The excellent armor piercing damage of the axes actually is not going to matter too much, to be honest, but the 53 melee attack will. That's going to be pretty decent. And now pulling out with his Bucellari Guard cavalry, hardly taken any casualties due to the poor melee attack of the Bejeweled Nobles, and they're going to charge into the Noble Germanic Horsemen. Need to countercharge this Knodomar's Entourage here though. Getting rear charged by Knodomar's Entourage is not fun. He's popping Brace, very smart. Didn't get a great charge with his Knodomars, but suffice to say he'll do a decent bit of damage on the Bucellari. It just seems like there are too many Bucellari Guard cavalry in number for the Knodomar's Entourage to really do too much. 98 kills with them. The Scooter Toy, 134 kills. Going to slowly rack up the kills against the Bejeweled Nobles. And here, of course, the Sagittari have come back from routing, and they can just pop some flaming shot here, destroy some of the cavalry, induce some morale waivers, and then this game is basically done. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Tagmata cavalry will do decently against damaged noble Germanic horsemen. It'll be a pretty fair fight to say the least. Knodbar's Entourage is slowly dying. Should die much quicker now with the, yep, there we go, with the Sagittari coming in to pour flaming shot. Yep, they're going down very quickly here. And the Scooter Toy, 160 kills against noble Germanic swordsmen. The Bejeweled Nobles are going to come into support, but that means they're going to get rear charged by axes. So you know what? Let's put this in cinematic mode. A rear charge by axemen onto heavily armored Bejeweled Nobles. There we go. Pyrrhic victory to Houseplant. Definitely Acer could have won this if he put his Bejeweled Nobles in shield wall. Made a huge mistake with them. Elite Automatic Scavenger, despite getting 66 kills at the start of the game, ultimately a massive disappointment, as is the case when you bring a spear unit for that much money. Still could have been won. He did very well pulling out his noble Germanic horsemen. They did pretty decently, as compared to the Equidace Modi, who mostly didn't do too much. But the Buchalari Guard cavalry destroying so many units. And the Scooter Toy as well did very well. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Peace.